everyone, I'm Rebekah Antonici and this is Tim Burks. And today we're going to talk about how you can stay cool in your truck in the summer.
All right, let's talk shop.
All right, Tim, so in the summer, it's hot. It's already super hot here in Phoenix. I know
Right.
It's hot all other places too. So what are some ways that I can make sure I stay cool in my truck while I'm driving this summer?
That is a great question, and it can be difficult to do, especially in the summer months. One of the best things that you can do is to pre-cool the truck. And what I mean by pre-cool the truck is if you're, say, an hour out from where you're gonna stop to take your rest period, crank that AC as cold as you can possibly get it. It's a good idea, if you can, to shut the sleeper curtains before you do that. That way it'll help keep as much of the cold air in the sleeper compartment of that truck as possible. And then as soon as you stop, try and find an area to park where there's shade if it's available, or try to park to where the sun's not shining directly into the window if you can. But if you can't, then obviously make sure you shut the privacy curtains that come across the front windows. Those will both help to keep the cold air in and the hot air out.
Is there something different I need to do up on my dash area versus the bunk area?
Well, obviously you want to make sure that you put it into comfort mode, for the idle system, which, by the way, all of our trucks have idle systems on them. All of our sleeper trucks do. And just really, once you get ready to go in there to take your rest period, make sure all those things are closed, and the truck will take over and do what it needs to do. The other thing that'll really help with that too, to help manage the amount of time those trucks idle, is really making sure that anytime you're not in the truck, you shut it off. We want you to be able to idle the truck and be comfortable when you're resting, but there's times that we don't need to be idle in the truck, and that's when we're not in it.
So just to clarify then, you mentioned putting it in comfort mode. Mm-hmm. Is that something I do up front, or is comfort mode taken care of in the bunk area?
That's a great question. So number one, we have all of the idle system instructions out there on the QR codes on the driver portal, but all of setting up the idle system is done from the driver's seat in the truck. So they're all very similar, but there's different steps for each one. So for example, in a Freightliner, you simply turn the key on and you use your menu buttons on your steering wheel, and you go through and you put it in idle mode, comfort mode, and then you put your vent fans in the middle position. The other thing that I forgot to mention too is not always in the summer is it hot everywhere, right? I mean, we know in the southern states like Phoenix and Alabama and places of that nature, it can be real hot and humid. Mm-hmm. But if you get up places like into Utah, Nebraska, Wyoming, Idaho, those places, it gets, in the 80s during the day, but in the evening time, it really cools off a lot, and you really don't even need to idle the truck. You can use window screens and fans to help stay cool. Another tip that really helps drivers to stay cooler in the summer is really trying to do most of your driving during the day if you can. And the reason I say that is because there's usually anywhere between a 20 to a 40 degree difference between daytime temperatures and nighttime temperatures, right? And so that'll really help you to get better rest and be a lot cooler is if you can focus and drive during the day if you can, and sleep in the evening time when the sun's not out. It'll help the truck to stay a lot cooler.
Makes sense. Truck stays cooler, I stay cooler.
Right, and the truck won't idle as much.
Awesome. Thanks for watching. Stay cool out there, guys.
Appreciate everything you guys do. Stay safe.